Hello friends and hello family. Thank you for being here. Welcome to my home and welcome to our sacred space that I prepared for us today. It looks like I dribbled my coffee. I'm going to have to take care of that right now. I really appreciate each and every one of you so much. It means a lot to me that you're here. Oh, I haven't put card toppers on. I guess I better do that. Let's go ahead and just grab from the table. We'll use this Howlite Pyramid, and we'll use this this pyramid. I don't know what to call it. We'll call it the smaller pyramid. And let's go ahead and use the Chalcopyrite, the copper ore, and the frog. How about? Or let's make it a little more consistent, and we'll use the gray heart. Okay, here we go. If you've never done a tarot pick a card, it's really easy to do. You're just going to follow along with the video. I'm going to go ahead and do a few little shuffles here while we talk, because there are a couple of things I want to let you know, and that is we're doing things differently. I don't know how long you've been following me, but I have recently changed, and we're doing 3 cards rather than just 1 card. So it's not a pick a card, it's more like a pick a pile. Pick a pile of peppers. At any rate, people do it all different ways, and so there's really no right or wrong way to do it. In fact, some people pick all of them. Some people wait till they're turned over and then they decide which one is theirs. Some people leave the video on in the background so that they can relax, even sleep. I've been told this. I'm not making this up. I like that. I don't mind that at all. In fact, one of you that told me that, I'm thinking of you right this second. And I'm needing to give you a call. I haven't talked to you in a long time. So you guys, this is a general reading. So in other words, you're going to take what you need and leave the rest, okay? And don't make life-altering decisions or life changes based on this or any other tarot pick a card video. But you can book with me on all that information is in the description box. The description box of this video on YouTube. So, again, I really appreciate you being here. I'm going to shuffle one more time, and then we're going to go ahead. I think then I'm going to have a sip of coffee, and then we'll look at those card toppers. Take a closer look, and then we'll go on to our reading. I do have timestamps below, so you can skip to your reading. It's really hot, so I have to sip it, and it's so good. Okay. All right, let's see what we have here. Let's start with the Chalcopyrite. And then we'll show you the pyramid, which is made from Howlite. And then I'll show you the gray heart, which is not actually gray. When you see it, the light play on it, you'll understand what I mean. And then we have the smaller pyramid. There's a lot to see with that one. Okay, I feel like we should just go ahead and get started. I feel like I've said everything I need to say. I really don't know if that's true, but let's go ahead and get started. Let's start with the first pile, of course, with the Chalcopyrite. This is 1, 2, 3, and 4, but we'll label them with the card topper so you know which one is yours to skip ahead. And I did bring the little books to read from, and we are using Well, I'll just put all that information in the video below about what cards we're using. You have, let's look at these up close. We'll start with Journey. Focus on how far you have come, not on how far you have to go. You will find help in unexpected places. Journey. So that sounds a whole lot more like a life journey than an actual journey, but let's look further. The Knight of Wands is on his way. And then we also have the Five of Wands. All right, let's go ahead and place these down here. We'll put Journey here. Let's do it like this. Let's put Journey there. We'll put the Knight of Wands there. And we'll put the Five of Wands here. We'll go ahead and use that frog now. And I'm going to look in our book. We're going to start with this one, with the Everyday Witch. And that is the Knight of Wands. And I'll read to you what the Everyday Witch book has to say about the Knight of Wands. Then we'll move on to your Five of Wands. And then we'll put it all together. The Knight of Wands, passion, excitement, and adventure await if you are brave enough to move forward despite the risks. The Knight of Wands is always ready for adventure. He's eager and inquisitive, forceful and brave and cheerful in the face of adversity. He's a great ally to have on your side. Things to consider. Most of the time, the Knight of Wands shows up in a reading to represent someone else in your life, a son or young, adventurous friend or lover. If so, his presence is probably a good thing, as long as you're not being swept along willy-nilly with his passion. Sometimes the Knight is an indication that it is time for you to take action. No more planning or thinking things through. Just move forward in the direction that you already know you want to go. But be aware there may be dragons at the end of your journey. It's almost making this journey a quest, but we have mentioned journey 2 times already with each of these cards. Again, I feel like we're talking about a metaphorical journey, a journey of the heart, a journey of the soul, however you want to think about that. But let's go ahead and look at the Golden Art Nouveau book, and we will see what we have for the Five of Wands here. And I did bring my little glasses. Well, here we go. Five of Wands. These warriors are comrades at arms, brothers with a common cause, and their mock battle was only meant as practice for when they face an actual foe. Their tempers have gotten the best of them. Something has tipped the balance from fun to ferocity. It may take a cooler head to intervene and restore the peace. So wands often represents lots of energy. So it looks like on your journey, on your metaphorical journey, that not only will you have help along your way, as this card has suggested, not only is this journey more of a quest rather than just a journey, but you do have a lot of energies to deal with. So you're on this journey with a lot of other people. Sometimes it gets heated. Sometimes it doesn't seem like you're moving along the right ways, but with this Five of Wands here, you're coming in with a cooler head because you know this is coming. You know what this is about. You know what I'm talking about. Who are these people that are on this journey with you? That's what and who we're talking about. So, what does it mean all together? Well, I guess I just put that all together. I would like you to think of what your journey is, where you're going, what direction you're taking. I would also like you to remember that you will have help along the way. And also know that at the end of this journey, it is more of a quest, and you're going to find a whole lot more than you expected when you started this journey. This could be a journey about finding your life's passion. Some people call it a job or a career, but if you are really looking for something more than a job or career, more like a calling, or more like something that really brings you joy every single day of your life, this is a good reading. That's what I have for you today. All right, I'm going to have another sip of coffee before we move on to the second pile with the Howlite Pyramid. Okay, so let's see what we have under the Howlite Pyramid. I'll show them to you up close. Partnership is your first card. Partnership. Learn to grow with others. Overcome obstacles by working together. Touch each other's hearts while life lasts. Yeah, that's interesting that it mentions while life lasts, because with these butterflies here, oftentimes butterflies are spirits that we are journeying with, excuse me, along this path that have passed before us. So partnership is not just about those that are living, they're about those that have passed before us, those that are on the journey with us. The journey of life. All right, let's go ahead and look at what else you have. Nine of Wands and the Knight of Cups. I got to tell you, this Knight of Cups is one of my favorites because he's so romantic. Okay, this is the Nine of Wands, which we talked about wands being energies, right? And the Knight of Cups, this romantic being, this romantic person. Let's go ahead and look up the Nine of Wands first in our Everyday Witch Tarot book. And that is going to be right here, the Nine of Wands. You may be battered and bruised, but you will survive to fight another day. Or maybe you won't have to fight anymore at all. That might make for a nice change of pace. The witch on this card clearly has been having a rough time. She's fought battles, won a few, maybe lost more. You can be pretty sure she'd like to be doing anything other than preparing for another one. But that doesn't mean she's ready to give up. No, quite the contrary. She'll keep going as long as she has to. In the end, nothing can break her spirit, which doesn't mean she couldn't use a break and maybe a nice picnic lunch. Well, maybe tomorrow. Things to consider. Life is full of battles, large and small. The trick is to choose which ones you are going to fight. Are you using precious energy on issues too small to really matter? Do you seem to end up fighting the same battle over and over again? Oh boy, do I. That was me. I'm not reading. The same battle over and over. There is no dishonor in walking away from a fight if it isn't worth the effort. But if you're fighting for something important, even if you keep fighting the same battle over and over and over, then don't give up. You are tougher than you think. Oh, wow. Okay, that was, I love that. That was rather intense, and it really spoke to me. So let's look further. Let's look at this Knight of Cups, and then we'll put this all together. So we'll look at the Knight of Cups in our little golden Nouveau art tarot. This card right here. I hope you can see that okay. Okay. Here we go. The Knight of Cups with his chalice lifted in salute. This knight represents the approach of love and romance. The wings on his helmet. And heels also seem to symbolize the swiftness of his advances, and it can also signify that he may leave as swiftly as he came. So test his heart for trueness before you surrender your own. So I notice in these readings they combine both the positive and the negative aspects of these cards. So I think that's interesting, and I don't mind it. And I hope you don't mind it either. So with partnership and this romance and this, I know you've been battling a long time. With partnership, it doesn't necessarily mean one person, okay? Partnership are the people that we do form alliances with, and we do that with more than one person. This isn't just about romance. So let's read that. Let's read that again. Learn to grow with others, overcome obstacles by working together. Touch each other's hearts while life lasts. You know what? I do think with this Knight of Cups, the Nine of Wands, and partnership, I do think this is a special partnership. I do think it's a romantic partnership. While this is male and female energy, it could be any of the sexes. It doesn't have to be a male and female partnership. But yeah, it looks like you guys are in this together, and you're fighting the good fight. And cling to each other and love one another as you do so, because it's worth, the things that you're fighting for are worth fighting for. You might even be fighting for your relationship. And again, one of the warnings with this one was I think the main message is that you are tough and that you can do this. But I think the little warning was, don't be fighting battles that aren't yours to fight. You don't need to fight every battle there is. We learn that when we're raising kids. We learn that there are things to let go of and expectations to let go of. And there are things that are important that we need to go ahead and get down and dirty. Get down and dirty and work it. All right. I am going to have another sip of coffee. You know, I always really, I think of us as sitting here together, and I really enjoy this. I hope that you do too. I hope that you feel like you're here with me. I hope you have something nice to drink. This coffee today, I always talk about how good it is, and it's good, but this coffee today is a little bitter. A little more, I know coffee's bitter anyway, a little more bitter than usual, which I don't mind. So, the beautiful, we call it the gray heart, which actually has some hidden color in it. We're going to see what you have if you chose the gray heart. These are your cards. Okay, first of all, we have friendship. Be with the ones who make you shine. Those who love you and really care. Keep those and let the others go. Friendship. Yeah, I have a lot to say about that, but I'm going to leave it alone because I can get off and start pontificating. But that is just very important. Let's just say we're going to read that again later. Let's look at these cards. With your Everyday Witch Tarot, you got the Tower. I can't wait to read what their interpretation of the Tower is. I am very excited. And no, I did not look ahead. So let's go ahead and see what your Art Nouveau, your Golden Art Nouveau Tarot is. And that is the Seven of Wands, which we've had a few wands, and this is the third wands we've had on this table today. But anyway, at any rate, it's the Seven of Wands, and we've talked about wands being energies around us, okay? So let's go ahead and use our little props here to prop up our cards. I'm going to use that Chalcopyrite again because I love it, and it's nice and heavy. We'll put your Everyday Witch Tarot here, and we'll put your Golden Art Nouveau Seven of Rods there. And let us look in the everyday witch, and we'll see about this tower. We'll see about their definition of the tower. The tower. Sometimes things have to crash and burn to make room for something new and better. A fairy tale tower lies smoking in ruins. To one side is a witch and a mischievous look on her face. A wand behind her back with tiny sparks shooting out of it. A black and white cat peers cautiously from underneath some nearby bushes. Can you see that? There's the cat right there. I'll show it to you up close in just a minute. Okay. So the feeling of this card is wild and chaotic, but not depressing. In fact, you suspect that perhaps this witch has purposely blown things up. You just can't for the life of you figure out why. Life rarely runs smoothly. But there are times when it seems as though our entire existence is crashing down around our ears. Jobs are lost, relationships implode. We lose friendships that we treasured. That's interesting with your friendship card here. Some of this is just life after all. As everyone knows, stuff happens. But much of the time, that chaos and destruction has to occur to make room for something new and better. Think of it as tilling the ground. Take heart. Try to see the positive. Even in the worst situations, you will survive this blast. Things to consider. Depending on where this card falls in the reading, the explosion may have already happened. You may be in the midst of the chaos. In this case, I think that is true for most of you out there, that you are in the midst of it. Or disaster may still be on its way. If the tower has already gone boom, what can you learn from the experience? What new positive things can rise out of the ashes of what you have lost? If you're in the midst of the mess, how can you cope better? Who can you ask for help? Friendship. If the crisis is on the horizon, how can you prepare better? And how do you know? And better now that you know it's coming. Look deep and you may find that you already knew there was something you had to let go of. No matter how difficult the process might be, what can you build out of whatever remains? I did say I would show you this card a little bit closer because of the little kitty. That we talked about. I want to go ahead and read this friendship card again because the tower talks about things that we have to let go of. And so does your friendship card. Be with the ones who make you shine. Be with the ones who love you and who really care. Keep those and let the others go. So yeah, I'm really getting the message that the tower card is about a friendship or friendships that it's time to let go of. Now we are going to talk, or we're going to look in our Golden Art Nouveau book about our Seven of Rods. And have I marked the wrong thing? Let's see, Friendship, Tower, and Seven of Rods. Here we go. 5, 6, 7. Beset by foes, a young man stands in a posture of courage and strength. Though he is outnumbered, he still has the upper hand, literally and symbolically. Oh, he still has the upper ground, literally and symbolically. He welcomes the challenge to prove himself. Even against such odds, confidence shines. So I think the main message of this card is confidence, and also knowing that you have the upper ground. You hold the power in this situation. And this situation we're talking about is, it looks like, and like I said, take what you need, take what resonates with you, and leave the rest. But this looks like it's time to reconsider a friendship. It might be time to let something go that's taking more from you then you are able to give. If you're with someone and in when you're get back home, if you're wasted and exhausted and tired and you don't feel uplifted in any way, you don't feel like, oh, we went to Disneyland, of course you're going to come home tired. But what I'm talking about is your emotional feelings. If you're feeling wiped out, worn out, depleted, that might not be the person you need to be spending a lot of time with. That might be an indication that that is a friendship that might need to go. Because when people take more than you have to give, that can be a real problem. We all know that. All right. Let's go ahead and look under, last but not least, the smaller pyramid. Happiness. Immense delight can be found in the smallest of things. Cultivate fluttering moments of joy. Happiness. You also have the star. La Estrella. And the Knight of Swords. Look at him moving. Look how quickly and fast. You can almost hear those hoof beats. We'll put the star here. We'll put the Knight of Swords here. And we have happiness, gathering moments of joy. Let's go ahead and see what the Everyday Witch says about the star, La Estrella. The cosmos is also within us. We are made of star stuff. Carl Sagan. A witch with flowing silver hair and a long silver gown stands under a dark sky filled with stars. She wears a circlet made of glowing stars, which also cover her dress. One hand is raised toward the sky, palm open, and light flows down from the sky into her palm like the northern lights. The other hand points down to the ground, palm down, and that same multicolored light flows out into a pool of water by her feet. The water is blue but turns colors where the light joins it. Here is a guiding light in the dark, hope and tranquility, peace amid chaos. She will help lead you to a place of balance that will cleanse your spirit. And if you are fortunate, perhaps she will grant you a wish. The star brings with it balance and hope and a reminder that we all have a spark of the divine within us. As Carl Sagan said, we are all made of star stuff. So while the star promises us that we will find what we seek, it also reminds us to look within as well as without for the answers and to let our light shine out into the world to illuminate the paths of others. My nickname for the star card is Hope, the Star of Hope. I like the idea of a possible wish being granted. So I would like each of you that chose this pile to make a little wish of some kind or another. I challenge you to tell that witch, tell that wish, not that witch, tell that witch, tell that witch what you wish. Tell a couple of people what you're wishing for. Tell a couple of people what you'd like to do. And then make that wish come true for yourself. Or if it's not something you can make come true, just see what happens next. All right, let's go ahead and we're going to look in the little Art Nouveau tarot book. And we are going to see about this Knight of Swords and what they have to say about the Knight of Swords. This knight moves aggressively toward what he wants. And he may consider other people as obstacles in his path. He has no respect for the weak. Either deal with him forcefully or get out of the way. The ruthless edge of his sword cuts both ways, for there's rarely true peace in his quarrelsome heart. Whew! Ooh, they paint in a dark picture. Well, it's it's true. I would say so. But the Knight of Swords, one of the things I like to think of the Knight of Swords as that the book didn't mention, I am going to go ahead and go with it. And that is that he is a true, he, she, they are a true light bringer. They move with tremendous force because they are interested in stopping something evil, stopping something, keeping something from happening. They actually have a true purpose. And so with this, when you put this all together with happiness, the star, and the Knight of Swords, I would say that you are what we have in store, or what we have. Let's put this all together. I'm struggling here. I'm struggling with my words, not with the meaning so much. But this is all about you. I want you to have hope. And I want you to, one of the things that your happiness card said was, it didn't say wait for happiness or happiness is yours. That's not what it said at all. It said immense delight can be found in the smallest of things. And then it said cultivate fluttering moments of joy. So all together with these three cards, it's asking you to move forward and to, with purpose and light, with hope and desires. If the star can grant a wish, we're talking about more than hope. We're talking about a desire being fulfilled. And with the happiness card, this is what you're working for. You are to cultivate happiness and joy in your life, even if it's just in small moments here or there. What is that anonymous quote that was in that movie? It's not the something, 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 but it's the moments that take our breath away. I can't remember the quote. I shouldn't have even tried. But basically, this is about you making things happen for yourself. This is about you figuring out what it is that you really want and then going toward it with full force and making it happen and becoming happy, or at least cultivating the fluttering moments of joy. And that might just be recognizing them, you know? Sometimes we don't recognize those little moments of joy. Sometimes we're too busy looking at our phones, or we're too busy doing this, that, or the other. But at any rate, that is a lovely reading for you as well. I just really appreciate you guys being here. I hope you found this reading to be helpful. I hope it was entertaining. I hope that you will connect with me on my other social medias. But more than anything, give me a thumbs up. Do subscribe to this channel. It does help. Again, I really appreciate you. I very much look forward to next time. I really hope that you are too. I'll see you then. Love you guys.